check. Brakes, check. Flaps, check.
The progressive hydraulic design used in airplanes was applied by John Deere to bring you a brand new exclusive hydraulic system. It's a system powered by a single pump, the only one of its kind in the tractor field. It offers you many benefits, including a brand new position-responsive rock shaft with load control, depth control, or load and depth control. 1 or 2 remote cylinders for double action, single action, or floating control. Smoother than ever power steering, plus exclusive power brakes, a new John Deere first. In addition, 4 overall features make the John Deere hydraulic system unique. Closed center system powered by a single pump, a single large reservoir, a special multi-purpose hydraulic oil also used for transmission, and an exclusive oil cooler. This closed center system traps hydraulic fluid in the lines under pressure. It ties all hydraulic functions into an efficient system powered by a single pump. This pump has tremendous capacity to pump up to 18 gallons of oil per minute immediately on demand. You can perform many operations simultaneously with full power. Looking inside the pump, you see 2 of the 8 pistons radially mounted around the cam drive. When there is no demand for hydraulic power, the pump automatically goes out of stroke and does not pump oil. The cam drive continues to rotate, but the pistons are held away by oil pressure and passages are closed off. Immediately upon demand for oil, the pistons drop down and contact the cam drive, and pumping begins, making pressure available to any or all hydraulic functions. All functions operate at maximum capacity, and no function is dependent on another. The large transmission and differential case serves as the hydraulic reservoir, provides ample oil capacity for all functions. A special multi-purpose oil provides hydraulic force for equipment control, steering, and braking, plus lubricating the transmission, differential, and hydraulic system. An exclusive hydraulic oil cooler efficiently dissipates heat. Oil viscosity is maintained, providing a tougher oil film for proper lubrication. This big capacity, full flow oil filter safeguards your oil, protects working parts, and lengthens the life of hydraulic oil. In a new John Deere tractor, you have a choice of 3 independent hydraulic circuits: rock shaft control, single remote cylinder, which provides lifting power for drawn tools, as well as delayed lift for cultivators, and a second remote cylinder circuit which provides selective control of cultivator rigs and dual remote cylinder control for double hookups of drawn equipment. 4 new functions also make the John Deere hydraulic system unique. More versatile rock shafts with load control, depth control, or load and depth control. Universal 3-point hitch that senses through the draft links. Floating action remote cylinders, and power brakes. A brand new position-responsive rock shaft handles integral and 3-point equipment with ease and efficiency. A full 75-degree arc of travel ensures a high lift for transport as well as ample depth of penetration. By merely moving the convenient control lever, the rock shaft can be quickly moved through its whole range or inched to any position in between. With the adjustable stop, it's easy to return implements to a preset depth. The setting is locked by the small lever below the quadrant. The stop can be bypassed at any time to gain additional penetration without losing the setting. You can change the rate of drop of the rock shaft easily to gently lower planters and similar equipment to work, or to drop tillage equipment quickly for maximum penetration. The rock shaft, as shown here, is regularly equipped with hitch lift arms. Implement lift arms for operating front-mounted equipment can be added. With this convenient rock shaft selector lever located at the base of the seat, you can quickly select the hitch response you need. load control, depth control, or load and depth control before entering the field or on the go. Load control is ideally suited for light or sandy soils. In load control, the hydraulic system is set for a certain load. Should more difficult conditions arise, as indicated by the black area here, the system automatically raises the implement. Thus, there is never any strain placed on the engine. When the difficult condition has been passed, the system lowers the implement until the preset load is reached. Depth control works best in conditions where the load does not exceed the ability of the tractor to pull it. With depth control, you can lower the implement to the exact working depth desired. This setting is ideal for controlling rear rigs on precision cultivating operations. Load and depth control is a combination of load control and depth control. It provides the most uniform depth possible with just enough draft reaction to enable the tractor to pull through tough spots. The new universal 3-point hitch offers all the advantages of modern pick-up-and-go farming. Quick change from one tool to another, faster transporting to the job, greater field maneuverability. With the new hitch, draft links can be swung in or out to handle Category 1 or the wider Category 2 equipment. Will the operator please turn the record? With the new quick coupler, you can attach or detach equipment quickly and easily without leaving the tractor seat. The coupler attaches to the 3-point hitch and takes full advantage of all hitch adjustments. It efficiently utilizes the load, depth, and depth feature of the rock shaft. A more accurate signal for handling both heavy and light implements is accomplished through the draft links by a sensing mechanism. Draft from the implement is efficiently transmitted to a flexible round steel bar, shown in red, which flexes against a lever transmitting the signal to the hydraulic system. An infinite degree of sensitivity is provided, enabling each implement to perform at its best. 1 or 2 remote cylinder circuits can be provided at the factory or installed in the field. Remote cylinders give you accurate control of drawn equipment. They can also be used with a front-mounted rock shaft to control cultivators and similar implements. These double-action remote cylinders exert two-way pressure for positive implement control. Each cylinder is equipped with an adjustable stop which determines implement working depth. At any time, the stop can be overridden to gain additional penetration by holding the control lever in the slow drop position. Drawn implements, such as planters and grain drills, utilize floating action of the remote cylinders to follow ground contours for better quality work. Floating action is obtained by merely changing the control lever linkage from the lower to the upper hole and moving the remote cylinder control lever all the way back. Either or both remote cylinder circuits can provide pressure in one direction for operating manure loaders or other equipment with single action cylinders. You merely plug in one hose line as shown. The system automatically converts to single action with no other adjustment required. You can raise or lower equipment quickly by moving the control lever all the way in either direction. You can do it slowly by moving the control lever half the lever travel. New John Deere designed and built breakaway couplings permit fast connecting and disconnecting of hoses under pressure while the engine is running. Oil lines can be disconnected manually by a sharp tug without oil loss or mess. This new front rock shaft provides precision control of front-mounted cultivators. Delayed lift, selective lift, and down pressure on front rigs can all be obtained. When equipped with a single remote cylinder, both sides of the front rock shaft are operated simultaneously. Front cultivator rigs are raised independently of rear rigs to provide delayed lift for finishing out rows. By simply removing 3 bolts and adding a second remote cylinder, independent lift of the right front and left front cultivator rigs is obtained. This action is ideal for working point rows or on terraces. Each cylinder controls one side of the front rock shaft independent of the other. You can also operate cylinders simultaneously to provide delayed lift. With either one or two cylinders on the job, you enjoy down pressure on the front rigs, which ensures positive penetration in hard soils. Power steering is an integral part of the hydraulic system and standard equipment on all 3010 and 4010 series tractors. This fully hydraulic power steering offers a new concept in handling ease. Power steering saves you time and effort on every job, helps ensure better work. Taking full advantage of the new hydraulic pump, the steering is smoother than ever and positively cannot be overrun. The steering system receives its power directly from the hydraulic pump. There is no mechanical connection between the steering wheel and front wheels. Even when the engine is turned off, the tractor can be steered manually. With power brakes, another John Deere first, you can make short turns with a minimum of effort and stop any load the tractor will pull, even on steep hillsides. Brakes can be operated individually or simultaneously. They're standard equipment on the new 3010 and 4010 series tractors. This outstanding new hydraulic system offers you much more in capacity, versatility, and utility for equipment control, power steering, hydraulic power brakes. Remember the 4 overall features that make the John Deere hydraulic system unique. Closed center system powered by single pump, a single large reservoir, special multipurpose hydraulic oil also used for transmission, and an exclusive oil cooler. Also, the 4 new functions that make the hydraulic system unique. More versatile rock shafts with load control, depth control, or load and depth control. Universal 3-point hitch that senses through the draft links, floating action remote cylinders, and power brakes. We invite you to test one of these new tractors on your own farm, under your own field conditions, and at your own convenience. There's no cost or obligation. Let's make a date to demonstrate a new generation tractor on your farm.